not going. Belichick is going to contain Fournette. And Matt Patricia, the D coordinator, is going to. They are going to sit back and they're going to say, okay, we saw what you did against Pittsburgh. And like I said, Bortles played a smart game. He didn't play out of his mind. He didn't put up big numbers. But he played a smart game. That is not going to get him by against New England. And they know that. And Tom Coughlin knows it. And that's going to be another interesting situation is now what do you do with Bortles? This is a guy where earlier in the season all signs pointed to you were going to move on from. Well, now he's taking you to the AFC title game. And I do think, I don't think Cousins is going to be in Washington. Keenum, even though he's done a remarkable job there in Minnesota, will probably move on. Alex Smith, all signs are pointing to him not being in Kansas City. And it looks like Bortles is not going to be in Jacksonville. Those are 4 prime candidates there. Now, Bortles, like I said, it's like a seesaw. One game you get where he's throwing really good, and then another game you get, what are you doing? What are you doing? But again, you look at that game, he got time. That line of Pittsburgh could not get to him. And that goes a long way. For any quarterback, that goes a long way. But that's going to be interesting. And then, people asking the question, and I had an email come in about this, does Tom Coughlin get the credit for where Jacksonville is right now? Well, these are the same players. Except for Jalen Ramsey, who I think should be, except for what Leonard Fournette has done, prime candidate for Rookie of the Year. Leonard Fournette's going to be your Rookie of the Year, but Jalen Ramsey has done a remarkable job at corner for a rookie on defense. A remarkable job. And what I like about Jalen is he talks trash, but he backs it up. He backs it up. And I think that Jacksonville used that motivation of Pittsburgh players not even acknowledging them before the game. I mean, Pittsburgh was making it clear that they were looking at, we're going to play New England in New England. And Jacksonville sat there and said, nah, you won't have to worry about that. We're going to beat you at Heinz Field for the second time this season. And what's even more shocking about it is a lot of what they did was very similar to what they did against them earlier in the season when they beat them. But with Tom Coughlin, yes, that is a huge, again, culture change. And that's what I believe Pittsburgh needs, is a culture change. Jacksonville, these are, except for, like I said, except for Fournette and Ramsey and some others, that's the same team. Same quarterback. Practically the same core. You got a new head coach in Doug Marrone, and you got a new GM in Tom Coughlin. You had a huge culture change. That goes a long way. And I don't think that Doug Marrone's getting enough credit here. Because look at what he did with Buffalo. He almost got them to the playoffs last year. And McDermott, the current Bills head coach, took Doug Marrone's players to the playoffs this season. Doug Marrone isn't getting enough credit in Jacksonville, but again, culture change. Tom Coughlin does not screw around. He does not screw around. And is he the sole reason for where they are right now, going to the AFC title game? No. But him coming there and that culture change and hiring Doug Marrone, that's a difference maker. That is a difference maker. Well, I hate to use this expression, but is the Super Bowl now the Patriots to lose? You got Eagles, Vikings, and then you've got Jags. It seems like it's the Patriots to lose. But I go to yesterday's games. I go to yesterday's games. And the game before on Saturday. Nobody really gave Philly a chance once Carson Wentz went down. And they really didn't give him a chance against Atlanta. Not many people were favoring Minnesota against New Orleans. Nobody was favoring Jacksonville against Pittsburgh. And look what happened. It feels like you're going to get a new champion. I hate to say this as a Patriots fan, I really do. But it just has that feeling. It just has that feeling. If I'm New England, I want Philly. I don't want Minnesota. Because, for one, they would be at home because the Super Bowl is going to be played in U.S. Bank Stadium, in their stadium. So, obviously, that right there is a huge check in the box for an advantage. And secondly is that defense. That defense is nasty. And here we go again where two teams with the top defense are in the conference championships. Vikings and Jacksonville. Two of your top defenses are in the conference championship. Now, yes, yesterday's game was weird because Pittsburgh was overall 5th defense in the league. Jacksonville was overall 2nd. And you had a combination of about 90 points. And that just, to me, made no damn sense. It was like nobody could play defense yesterday in that game. I don't know, it just has that feeling that you're going to have a new champion. It just has that feeling. It just has that feeling. I hate to say that as a Patriots apologist and as a Patriots fan, but it just has. And I got to look. I think it was the Broncos with Elway were the last ones to go back-to-back. Wasn't that 97 and 98? I believe that they were the last team to win back-to-back Super Bowls. And I think that was 97 and 98. So that's a tall order in itself. Now, New England can obviously do it, and I would say that most odds would favor them out of the teams that are left. Most odds would favor them, but as a Patriots fan, I would want Philly. I would not. Now, granted, Philly's defense is good too, but that Minnesota defense is nasty. Tonight, Warriors and Cavs, 8 p.m. on TNT. Can the Cavs rebound from 3 straight losses? They're not going to tonight. McCutchen traded to the Giants. Andrew McCutchen of the Pirates going to the Giants. And that's a team, they're making cap room. They're saying this is what we got to do. We got to move on. We got to rebuild. The Yankees are getting better. The Orioles are getting better. Got to move on. College football, Arizona hires Kevin Sumlin as head coach. DeBoer, who was the Alabama offensive coordinator, is going to become the Bills offensive coordinator. I mean, damn. I mean, Saban, that's what Saban does. It just doesn't. I think he's had now I believe this will be his 4th different offensive coordinator in 4 seasons. I mean, he went Kiffin, went Sarkisian for 1 game, went DeBoer for 1 season. So, yeah, this will be his 4th different offensive coordinator in 4 seasons. And he just won his 6th national championship, 5th with Alabama. I mean, he's just, and he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. He isn't. Why would you? You're the best head coach in college football. It looks like you have your future quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa. Why would you want to go anywhere? You're going to be the favorite next season. You got a very good chance of going back-to-back. He ain't going nowhere. That does it for our show tonight, folks. Hope all of you enjoyed it. We'll see you all here tomorrow night for Sports Talk Speaker Radio for iHeartRadio.com. I'm Hardy. This is the Hardy Show. Have a great and safe evening. We'll see you here tomorrow.